As we wrap up 2025, I wanted to share my top 5 Spotify podcast recommendations, really based off of the shows that I listened to the most this year. And if you're really into like self growth, mindset, into manifestation, really just becoming a better version of yourself, then you'll want to save this list for later. So let's get started with number 1. So Haley Hoffman Smith is the podcast host for Big Conversations. And if you've heard any of my previous videos before, I'm sure you've heard her name mentioned a few times. I really do love Haley. She's an incredible subconscious breakthrough and manifestation coach. And she really has this positive, high vibe energy about herself that really just makes the podcast feel light and fun and just a whole new vibe that I haven't really experienced on any of the other podcasts. And she's really big on like taking aligned action, really having some of those energetic shifts, but also she takes you through some of the businesses she's built, because not only is she a coach, but she's also a singer-songwriter. She's an author. She has so many other big things that she's built over the years, and she has a really big following on social media. So she kind of takes you through her day in the life also of how she's kind of built that empire for herself and really manifested some of her dream realities. So really fun to watch while also listening in tandem together. Number 2 is Lyss, and she was formerly Date Yourself Instead. She rebranded to Lyss, which is her first name, and she's really big on focusing inwards on yourself, really prioritizing your needs, and really just like eliminating and getting rid of some of those toxic relationships, those friendships, things that no longer align or serve you and your highest good. And really being able to focus on what you can do to grow yourself and really just focus in on really building, your life in the day-to-day. So she's really empowering. She really wants you to have those boundaries, stand up for yourself, and really just advocate for who you are and who you want to be. So a really great person in terms of building your confidence. Number 3 is the Manifested podcast with Kathleen Cameron. She focuses in a lot on, financial wounds and really like lack mindset, scarcity, and helping you kind of get past some of those limiting beliefs, and then what you can do to really have some different tools and resources to get into more of an abundance mindset, which is something that's been really big for me this year. And I love listening to her talk about that as well. She also has like these free workshops that I've attended before in the past, and she kind of advertises that on her podcast. So some really great tips and tools that she's able to provide during those workshops. So if you have a chance to check those out, I would definitely recommend that. And if you're listening to her podcast, she'll kind of give you some ideas on when some of those might be coming up. And then number 4 is Mel Robbins. I'm sure a lot of you might be familiar with that name or have, been exposed to her before as well. But I love her books. I loved reading her Let Them theory. And I think that she brings a lot of really great people onto her podcast that have a lot of credibility, a lot of expertise in certain areas. One of the episodes that I really loved myself was the one that she talked about with Dr. Jim Doty, who is a neuroscientist. And he was really talking through the science behind manifestation and visualization, really breaking through some of those subconscious limits that he's had in the past growing up, and how he kind of built his dream life to where he was. Unfortunately, he did pass away, which she had another episode kind of like just basically reiterating what he spoke about on the past episode. But I think that she brings really great people that can teach a lot about their specialty on her podcast. And then number 5 is Dear Gabby, which is from Gabby Bernstein. I actually started following her by reading her books. So I read The Universe Has Your Back and Super Attractor, and she's really big on getting divine guidance from your angels and from different signs from the universe. Really just being able to trust the process, trust divine timing, and really just kind of going more with the flow, less force, less pressure, less control. And I really like her take and her mindset regarding that, on how you're able to kind of shift your perspective and really just kind of start to live a more calm, at ease life, while also kind of bringing in and attracting in more abundance overall. So I am happy that I was able to share some of these podcasts. So that was for 2025. I'm excited to see how these may evolve in 2026. But if any of you have listened to any of these podcasts and have any thoughts or wanted to, share some ideas on anything or your perspectives, I'd love to hear them.